Hey guys. All right. So I wanted to jump in and talk about creating a really healthy value ladder and why that is essential to building trust, to getting clients. I see so many coaches struggle with problem number one is they create the perfect list builder, they have their content, they have their materials, they know what they're going to offer, but they haven't created the value ladder to build the trust. So I want to take you through showing you an option that you can do right now. So bear with me. I'm going to insert a new slide. And then we're going to view. Oops, I got to exit. Okay, I'm going to add in a new. So let's just say that my value ladder starts with free content. This could be social media, be a blog, this could be a live, this could be a training series. Now let me just show you really quick, and this is from Ryan Dice. When you see your customer value ladder, you're going to see you have these different traffic sources. You want to have a lead magnet. That lead magnet could be a 30-minute class. It could even be a pre-recorded video series. I think that they truly convert so well. That means that you could have a freebie or even a workshop. It could be a little master class. It could be anything. That start freebie is a mini solution to your ideal client's problem. Then you're going to lead them. You're going to decide, are you offering a low cost offer? So let's just stay on this part for today. So what we want to do is we want to think where, what are we going to offer? So let's just say freebie, mini class series of classes, or even lives, a free group with a distinct message. Where I see many fail is somebody tells them create a free group, but they're not clear yet on their niche. They're what I call the pillars of their business. That means you may work with people who are struggling with sugar, but you're not going to talk sugar every minute because that's not what your ideal client is thinking about every minute. She has stress, she has anxiety, she might have hormonal imbalances, gut. You're combining all of your different philosophies and the very things that you've struggled with, or that which you see you want to change in the world. So that's a very specific message. A group for women who are overdoers, martyrs, a group for women who are emotional eaters and addicted to sugar, a group for women with gut issues who, stress eat. And I mean, the list can go on. Again, it's getting specific. This could even be a group for women who want to lose weight, but maybe one of your pillars is detox. That's your mechanism. That's how you get people to have easy weight loss or end the sugar vicious, cycle. You have to really define what you want to be known for, and then what is your signature process. But for right now, we're going to start with just the value ladder. So get clear. What do I want to be known for? What are the pillars of my business? We do talk about this in my membership. But if you're doing this on your own, do the work. Niche, avatar, ideal client work. If you're with Marie Forleo or you're in a school right now, Do that work. What does it look like? What do your ideal client want? What are their struggles? How can you take the pain and turn it into a product? So we're just going to say that this is for detox, autoimmune, sugar, and emotional eating. And our core message is like end the vicious cycle of emotional eating, get off sugar, and that autoimmune-ish mystery symptoms that you have, and or maybe you are dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be food allergies, environmental sensitivities, it could be changes in hormones that all of a sudden there are these kind of allergic reactions. Again, doesn't mean that you're focusing just on that. This is a testing phase, and that's what's really great about creating your value ladder and understanding how to build that like, known, trust factor. There's no risk offer, the low risk. No risk means you're doing interviews, podcasts, you're using blog articles, videos to test where is it the most engagement. We're starting today on looking at our value ladder. Where do people get the most? And then once you bring them in with an email, come to this report, grab this template, this guide, my checklist, my resources. This is all the content that we have. You can use freebies for this. You can use a PowerPoint as a low risk offer. And then you build that by what? Here. And there's lots of different options. Let me keep it simple with what I did, because this is really for the new coach or the coach who's a solo entrepreneur. Let's just say specific message, detox to help I'm still in my bucket's going to touch on gut and hormones and all the things that relate to my core, to my core avatar, to my people, because that building that like, known, trust factor is so important. So now what I'm going to do on my next step is I'm going to what I call brainstorm. So if my free offer is a mini, this could be weight loss, this could be salad recipes, this could be even chocolate recipes. We have ones that's like, healthy chocolates. You want to see what people's really attracted to. Sometimes they're not admitting that there's emotional eating. Sometimes they don't even know what detox is. So maybe I would do like a 3-day detox, free offer. And again, this is your brainstorming time to write down your free offers. It may be, it may be a sugar checklist. It may be a how to get off sugar freebie. It may be a get off sugar freebie with 3 video tips. Then we're going to go to our next. We're going to bring them to the low cost offer. We're going to do a webinar, and I'm just going to give you at 10, at 20. And we're going to write down our goal, because my coach, Ann Samuloff, always said you have to write down your goal, because you're declaring that you're going to make that commitment to get there. And so let's say our goal is 10 people, $200. If we know that our low cost offer, this is of course going to feed into email 1, email 2. For many of you, you get lost in what do I say? You can make this very simple. I'm so glad that you downloaded the high protein salad recipes. over the next 3 days, I'm going to give you 3 tips, show you how easy it is to make a really healthy meal that's low sugar in less than 10 minutes. I feel like that's a no-brainer. And people would be like, wow, that is value. Bringing them to a webinar, whether this is detox for weight loss, whether this is estrogen dominance, again, it depends how you approach it. Whether it's a gut webinar, whether it's a 5-day sugar challenge, you could even charge. This could be a webinar or a sugar challenge, or this could be our 30-day autoimmune, which you can easily change to immune. And again, you might say, oh my God, $10 is so cheap. But if your goal is, times 30 at $10, $300. Now we're going to upsell. That means you want to know what is the next in your customer value ladder. And if you look at this, so you're using a source of traffic, then you're leading to a magnet. If they opt in, they are offered a low-cost offer. I really love to do getting people on the phone, but again, you can do that in your freebies. You can have on your thank you page. Awesome. Sign up for your free session where we talk about how to get off sugar. Make it one specific goal. Pull them in. You could even say, if you want to click here, and if your struggle is sugar, click here. If it's weight, if it's yo-yo dieting, and then you can even ask them to click on that button. And if you're in a higher level CRM, you can make those different funnels. For the new coach, I never did automation. I didn't know how to do it, but I did ask questions, and I would say, just hit reply or schedule with me. You can offer the low-cost offer if we really just keep this simple on one offer and knowing your core offer. So if I know that I'm going to do this 5-day sugar challenge and it's going to be paid, I'm going to look at what do I think would be the great value? How could I bring them low, build trust? Because the goal is they stay with you because you're always taking them to the next step. So here's step 1, the freebie. Step 2 could be, like I said, a webinar, a master class, a webinar, a free series webinar. Hey, for only $20, come and join me for these 3. And the upsell could actually be, 1 month one-on-one. The upsell could be to a masterclass at $97 with Facebook group. And that really would be, in a way, course-based, because you're going to have series 1, series 2, series 3. These could even be pre-recorded. The masterclass can be the intensive teaching with 60 minutes of teaching, 1 hour of live Q&A. You could also, of course, take any webinar and break it down into different series, give little homework, and go over that for, $97. And if you wanted to do a Facebook group, you could just do a Facebook group, or you could even say, when you buy this, you're also going to get access to 4 live Q&As, which means that you make video 1, video 2, video 3. You have a master class at 2 hours. And then this can even lead to an upsell to the next. And this is where you're creating this value ladder. If you have 97, so let's just say theoretically 100 times, and say you're converting from that 100 times 10, you've made 1,000. And the goal is always to what? talk about this in the pre-drip, talk about this in the pre-buzz. Right now, we're just brainstorming. And brainstorming is really important because you want to see what really works. If we say that series 1, you define what you're speaking about. This could be 20-minute class, pre-recorded with homework, same thing. Then upselling them to 3 months group, at 97 is a no-brainer. The cool thing is when you have this, somebody might not come in for the weight loss, but they do come in for the 5-day sugar challenge. And so you can still open the door and say, hey guys, this is what we're doing. Maybe you missed the email, or maybe you missed this free offer, click here, and you're going to get personally invited to a 5-day sugar challenge. This can also be, you could do a 30-day, group where you give them a roadmap. You could do this even with a program. Do this with a detox. You could do this with the 10-day busy, cleaning busy workout. You could do it with any 14 or even 21-day program. This could even be upsell to a hormone masterclass. And this could even be an upsell if we wanted to a 30-day hormone reboot. This could be a low-cost period, repair your period that you're doing for like 47, because that's, 47 and you're including like a 7-day plan. And then upselling this at 97. Price and you figuring out your prices is going to depend on this brainstorming stage. So to recap, so it's not complicated and we have one task, is I want you to write down your value ladder, your niche, your ideal client, their struggles. That's homework number 1. Then 2, what can I offer and create a really cool value ladder that is the low cost offer strategy? For some of you, you love the masterclass idea. For some of you, you're like, you know what? I really like to have more touch with people. So I'm going to go for 30 days for only $97, or 97 and bring a friend for free. So that you're going for goals. Let's just say 100 and you have 30 people in there, it's $3,000 with not over committing to putting all these different email sequences, really thinking, how would I on email 1 bring them in? How can I get somebody on a phone to really hear where they are? How can I create value that is low cost? $10 is a no-brainer. $20 is a no-brainer. $30 even for an hour class or a 90-minute class. And then taking them through the next step. What is the next step? Well, I just taught you, for 90 minutes on how we end emotional eating through the power of detox. It then makes common sense for me to say, join me for 30 days. We're going to detox. We're going to work on our mindset and our daily and our habits first, meaning I'm going to give you a roadmap, and you might do like a program plus another roadmap, or maybe essential oils for immune, or maybe, one of our many opportunities that we have, maybe you work with people with autoimmune flares and you add that as a bonus to your 30-day. We're going to stay right there because the structure is going to come later. We want to stay in the brainstorming phase and then write down your value ladder. What does it look like? What are you offering free? Where are you leading them? And what is the next offer? And if you kind of play it out, you start to not just say, well, this is my signature program. No, what is my signature process? How can I meet people where they are, and how can I give value? So then they naturally upsell instead of the other way around. We get so left brain that we say, well, this is my launch plan. It doesn't always work in times of either a recession or crisis or fear. Trust me, I built my business in a recession. So I don't want to hear from people like this isn't possible. That's a mindset thing. That's also about getting clear for what separates you from every other coach out there saying the same thing. So guys, if you have questions, pop it under here. You want to join my membership, these are the conversations we're having. You want to just stay here, it's all good in the hood. I have been in your shoes. I had no money to spend in the beginning, and I had to be really smart about taking free stuff and implementing and then making choices to invest. And I invested in a lot of coaches. Some I fired because I swear they were reading from a goddamn template. But the ones that changed my life, they drastically did. And I knew that they were the right person to take me there. So, let's start here in the free zone. I would say go over to rachelafeldman.com, go through the little mini courses, whether it's Niche 101, take down the books, you do the information, do the homework. My podcast has tons of different things. And there's so many awesome free tools. As I always say, listen to Amy Porterfield, watch James Wedmore. Also, watch your favorite coach that inspires you. How do they communicate? Funnel hacking, as Russell Brunson says, is actually going through someone's funnel, seeing how they sell to you, seeing what brings you in. And also really think, not in the overwhelm state, but really think for the people you follow, how do they show up? Do you want to show up in the same way? How can you keep your business simple and sustainable? Because what I see most people do is spend a crap load of money and it doesn't work. So then they don't make profits, and it's not sustainable either because they have 10 different platforms they're not even using. Simplify, make it easy on yourself, and I'll talk to you guys later. My name is Rachel Feldman. It's early morning in my PJs. So remember, people aren't looking for perfection. When I was a health coach, and even now doing what I do as a serial content creator, I'm all about not keeping up with the Joneses. I'm all about showing people you don't need to, have perfect editing. The only thing I edit is a podcast. You need to show up with value and solve problems for your ideal client at different stages. And especially, many of you are needing to pivot right now because maybe you had a plan. My client had a whole launch plan. We had to pivot, and we did that in a week because she knows her ideal client. We had already created her profit maximizer. So then we just reformed a plan with a free offer leading to a low cost. So that's what I want you to think about. Feel free to drop questions. I'm going to post this in our forums. If you're seeing this anywhere else, feel free to reach out to me at yourhealthcoachbiz.com or at rachelafeldman.com. I do 60-minute sessions. I also have my membership. I will meet you where you need to be met financially. In our groups, you can ask certain key questions when it comes to strategizing and how to use the programs. That's what we do in the membership to an extent. That's what we do in group coaching more specifically, and of course, working with me one-on-one. But guys, in recap, keep it simple. Do this work. Commit an hour, 3 hours to really decide the plan. And then the next week, 3 hours to make, day one videos, and then, really think about the process and play it out and talk it out, map out a sales funnel, checklist that we have, or do it on your whiteboard. And let's get thinking like business owners, heart-based business owners. All right, guys, I will peace out. See you later.